In this practice, we'll be lengthening the front side of the body and giving strength to the back side of the body, especially our back muscles. We'll be doing a lot of back bends. So let's begin. Come to your belly, and as you lie in your belly, just press your hands to the floor as you reach your hands back. And let's just do a little breath action here on our belly. And it's a big wake up call for us as you start your practice on your belly with your hands pressing down, with your fingers spread, with your fingertips pulling in toward your heart. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, soften. Two more. Inhale, lift up, make it easy. We're not trying to go really deep here, really far. We're just trying to wake up our back muscles. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften, just kind of pulsing with the breath. Inhale, you just feel the belly kind of push into the mat to give you more elevation. And exhale, you soften. One more time. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, soften. Now interlace your fingers behind your back and just press your knuckles to your low back. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. Three more. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, soften. Inhale, rise up, not too deep. And soften. And inhale, rise up. And exhale, soften. Come to all fours position. And in all fours position, just drop down to your forearms. And as you spread your fingers with your forearms pressing, claw the mat nicely. Press through the fingertip tops and draw from the fingertips all the way back toward your knees to get a nice solid foundation through your forearms, nice spread to the fingers, and just curl the spine here. So on the in breath, lift your sit bones and chin. On the exhale breath, just lift the spine as far away from the mat as possible. Do this two more times. Inhale, draw the chin forward. Exhale, pull from the fingertips to the elbows, elbows back toward the knees to get a strong engagement of the arms. And one more time. Inhale, look forward, and exhale. Just reach your gaze back as you get the back body really full. From here, tuck your toes under, lift yourself up, take your gaze forward, and step your feet back slightly. So you're coming to a forearm plank. Yeah, nice engagement there, the forearms, nice engagement of the fingertip tops. And draw your knees down. Place your hands right alongside your ribs. With your hands alongside your ribs, on the inhale, press your toes down as you reach your heart forward. And exhale, soften. Two more times. Inhale, just pulse up with the breath. Again, not too far, never too far. You just always want to go very easily into these poses, especially at the beginning of the practice. And come back to standing pose. You can come through downward facing dog or whatever way works for you as you make your way to the top of the mat. Place your hands to the low back and rise up. Just pause here at the top of the mat. And as you pause, engage the toes by spreading them. And as you spread the toes, notice how the full length of the leg engages. Now spread the fingers and same thing. Notice how you engage from the fingers all the way to the heart. From here, reach your arms up, reach your hands slightly back to elongate the front side of the body. Exhale, just come halfway down in the forward fold with the hands right along the shin bones. Support yourself as you inhale, you rise up, and you exhale and go just slightly deeper, but not so deep, because today we'll work on strengthening the back sides of the legs and get length on the front side. So inhale, rise up so you have plenty of room to expand. Exhale, just soften down slightly, just as a way to bring your awareness to the back sides of the legs. Bend your knees to place your hands to the low back and rise up. Come to a crescent lunge by stepping your right leg back. And as you step your right leg back, come to a nice balanced pose here. Reach your arms up and take the hands pretty wide apart with the fingers spread. And open the front side of the body by taking your gaze up, taking your hands back. So you get this nice length. And exhale, release your hands and step your back foot forward. Step your left foot back now. Come to that crescent lunge, this high lunge. Establish your balance first before taking your arms up. Take your hands nice and wide apart. So we get this nice stretch on the front side of the body. But keep the back side of the body really strong. Keep the back leg very strong as you take your gaze up and reach back and release your hands down. Step your back foot forward. We'll do a crescent lunge again with the right foot back. This time, reach your hands straight back as if you're going in salambhasana. When we started, we were on our belly, just strengthening the back muscles. And with the hands reaching back and the palms facing forward, just bow forward. The hands reach back, you bow forward. Keep the back leg really strong and inhale, rise up. Reach your arms up to come to that crescent lunge where you reach your gaze up and reach your hands back. Release your hands to your sides and step your back foot forward. Take your left foot back and balance yourself first. Reach your hands back, but your palms are facing forward. Your back heel is lifting, so you can drop deeper in your front thigh with your heart nice and open, with the shoulder blades hugging in. Allow yourself to just soften and draw down first, keeping this nice steadiness in the back leg. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up with the hands wide apart. Take your gaze up, reach your hands back, and release your hands down, but step the back foot forward. And just pause in Tadasana. So those actions we did to lengthen the front side of the body, strengthen the back side of the body, both on our belly and in these crescent lunges. Just kind of observe the the effects it might have. Your eyes bright. Inhale, sweep your arms up and slightly back. Exhale, come to the earth with your knees bent and step your right leg back. Take your right knee to the earth. Take your right toenails to the earth. And inhale, take your arms up. So now you're starting to stretch the back quad there, the back thigh muscles. Exhale, release your hands down. Come to either plank position or stay on your knees if you wish, and lower yourself all the way down. Inhale, draw your heart forward. Exhale, soften, come back through your knees to downward dog, or just stay on your knees and reach back. So your choice. Pause here in whatever pose you chose. Take a nice breath in and out and see if you can tell the difference now in your downward facing dog between the right thigh and the left thigh. The right thigh, we went into that deeper lunge, and maybe you feel the length on the front side of that leg. Walk yourself to the front of the mat. Place your hands to your low back and rise up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale with bent knees. Place your hands alongside your ankles to take your left leg back. Take your left knee down to the earth. Press your toenails to the earth and drop yourself a little bit deeper in the lunge. So you stretch the back side as you reach the arms up. Just get this nice opening to the front side of the body, to the front of the left thigh. As you soften down, release your hands to the mat. Come to either all fours position or plank. From there, with the arms really engaged, draw your heart down to the mat. On the in-breath, reach your heart forward. Baby cobra. On the exhale breath, soften. Let's do that 2 more times just to reinforce this nice strengthening of the back body with the pulsing of the breath as you rise up and the softening as you slowly surrender. 1 more time. In breath again. Not much use of the hands, but lots of strength in the back muscles. Exhale, soften down. Come to all fours position and either downward facing dog or that puppy dog pose, your choice. Pause there. And hopefully you feel more of a balanced action in the front side of the thighs now that we stretch both of them nicely. Pause and enjoy the fullness of the pose. Nice lifting quality of the armpits. Nice lengthening quality of the back side of the legs. Look forward and walk, step, or hop your way to the front of the mat. With your hands to the low back, rise up, Tadasana. As you step wide, allow the legs to be really strong, really engaged very fully. Reach your hands back as if you're in that salambhasana pose again. And as you reach your hands back to open the upper chest, bend your right knee. Your feet are still parallel to each other. Just draw your heart down as if you're going to tap the top of the right thigh. And inhale, rise up. Give this nice openness to the front body to give your back body a little bit more strength as you bend your left knee. Tap your heart down toward the top of the thigh and inhale, rise up. Let's 1 more time. Bend the right knee, tap down. Inhale, rise up. Keep your hands reaching back. Hands can be nice and wide apart, but spread your fingers so you keep that full engagement of the arms and rise up. Now step your feet together so that you're at the front of the mat so that once again we can step to a crescent lunge. So step your right leg back and balance yourself. This time take your arms forward, bend your elbows. So with your left foot forward, take your left arm under your right to come to Gardasana arms with your hands intertwined like this. Just tap down, tap your elbows down, keep your balance so it's a nice strong action of the legs. And inhale, rise up. Now open the arms in a cactus pose to open the chest really nicely. Keep this cactus pose of the arms as you twist, as you take the right elbow toward the left knee and come back. Release your hands down and step your back foot forward to trade sides. Take your left foot back. Take your arms up, bend your elbows. So with your right foot forward, take your right elbow under your left. You can lift the elbows slightly and draw down. Draw your elbow down toward the front knee. Inhale, lift the arms up. Again, create cactus pose with the hands, with the fingers spreading, with the elbows drawing in. So you've got this nice engagement in the back muscles. From here, twist to take the left elbow to the outer right knee. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Step to a plank position. And lower yourself to the mat. So once on the mat, just come to all fours position. Step your right knee back slightly. So right knee steps back slightly. And as you lift up your back right foot, take your left hand to the low back and hold on to your foot. Just find your foot there. It's a little bit of a thigh stretch here with a twist. So as you hold on to the foot, have your foot reach back to your hand. Now, if this is too much for you, then obviously just keep your hand to your low back. But as you work this pose a little bit more, open the chest nicely. In all fours position, step your hands a giant step forward, tuck your toes under, reach your pelvis back, and let your head just release so that the ears and the upper arms line up. Keep this nice lifting quality of the chest. Come back to all fours position where we step the left knee back just slightly. With the left knee back slightly, lift your left foot up, twist so that you can see, oh, where's that back foot? Find the back foot, give yourself just a little bit of a thigh stretch. And as you do, you just kind of turn your heart to the opposite side. You keep the foot active. And slowly release and come back to that puppy dog pose. Take a giant step of your hands forward with the toes tucked under. Draw the pelvis back. Now come up to a kneeling pose. As you kneel in this pose, you may want to find some blocks to draw to, or you just can work with your heels. So let's start with the left hand to the left heel. Reach your right arm forward. Take the head of the right arm bone back before reaching it up and over to get this nice fullness in this partial Ustrasana, where once again, through the strength of the back body that we've been working on, we get this length in the front body. Inhale and lift yourself up. And same thing with the opposite side. Find your foot or your block with your hand. Reach your left arm forward. Plug in, take the head of the arm bone back. Reach up and back. Reach over your head. Let's get this nice fullness. And slowly come out of the pose. Make your way through downward facing dog or whatever way works for you to the front of the mat to come to a balanced pose here. If you'd like to step off the mat to do that, by all means. As you come to a balanced pose, have your left foot firmly planted. Lift your right foot, right knee up so that you can access your right foot. And as you give yourself a thigh stretch, just pause here. Just pause and come to whatever form of the pose works nicely for you. Just allow this. We're working the front side of the body to get that length today. So the front side of the quad, you're really feeling that length. Engage your right foot more so that you feel even more engagement of that lifted leg. You can come to a fuller form of the pose, possibly. And slowly release yourself out of the pose. And now let's work a stretch on the opposite side. So as you root down through the right leg, lift your left leg up. Stay steady and balanced. Give yourself a nice stretch of the thigh. So as you stay steady and balanced on the right foot, the right leg strengthens as the left top of the thigh lengthens. Just pause there. With that strength and stability, find this nice openness to the front body. You can go deeper into the form of the pose as you continue to get the length on the front side. Just focusing on how to get more strengthening qualities on the back side. And slowly release to come out of the pose. And come to all fours position on the mat again. In all fours position, we'll do just one more variation here to this back bending practice. So as you step your right foot forward to come to this lunge, this time the pelvis will stay right over the knee. The knee will stay right over the ankle on the front foot. So with the right foot forward, the left foot back, tuck your back toes under or have a block there so it's very accessible to you. Reach back to find your foot, reach forward to get this nice fullness. As you stretch your arm over your head, now we're working in the front side of the body plus the side ribs, the latissimus. You get such length to the side body muscles. And inhale, rise up. Other side, come to the left foot forward with your back toes tucked under. Rise up. And again, just get the pelvis right over the right knee, the knee right over the left ankle. Reach back, reach forward with the left arm, plug in, take the head of the arm bone back before reaching over. And just delight in this fullness. Just kind of notice for yourself any differences side to side, any changes to the breath, changes to your own balance, to your ease. Inhale, lift yourself up. We started on the belly. Let's come to the belly one more time. So as you come to your belly, bend both knees. Now, after all this back bending with your knees bent, with your hands reaching back as if in salambhasana, with your palms pressing down. Inhale, lift yourself up. Maybe you notice a difference in the back muscles. Maybe they're feeling so much stronger than when we started. And soften down. Inhale, lift yourself up, reach your hands back. Maybe your hands can actually hold on to your feet now that we've done so many stretches to the front body, lengthening to the front body, strengthening to the back body. You don't want to go too far to see if you can get this nice fullness in your bow pose and soften yourself down. Just pause here with your forearms pressing, with your elbows drawing back. Reach your heart forward in this baby cobra pose. Keep the Sphinx pose alive by continuing to draw your elbows back as you reach your heart forward. Nice softening action here. Roll to your right side. Establish yourself here just on your right side for a moment. You can bend your bottom leg so that you don't feel like you're going to tip over as you take your top knee just a little bit closer to you. Hold on to your shin. And as you hold on to your shin or maybe even close to your ankle, just let yourself roll all the way over to your back. And as you roll over to your back, once again, we're helping to get this nice stretch to the front side of the body. Keep holding onto your ankle or your shin bone. Roll back to the side and now all the way over to your belly. So we get just a slight variation to that Dhanurasana. Inhale, lift yourself up. Exhale and soften. And again, inhale, rise up. Exhale, soften. One more cycle. In breath as you lift up, and exhale breath as you soften. Let's come to the opposite side, to the left side. And I'll just move around so I can see what's going on. And as you come to your side, take the top leg a little bit closer to you so you can find the shin or the ankle. You can bend your bottom leg so you stay balanced as you just draw over to open up the front side of the body and lie on your back just for a moment. Keep on reaching from the pelvis to the knee on the bent leg, on the right leg. Now balance yourself again as you come over to your side and lower yourself down. So you're on your belly. On the in-breath, rise up. On the exhale breath, soften. 2 more cycles here. In-breath as you lift up. Exhale as you soften. One more. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, soften. Just roll yourself over to lie on your back with your knees bent. Just pause here. We did a lot of things to stretch the psoas. So with your feet now as wide apart as your mat is, your knees still bent, let your inner knees just kind of collapse in toward each other just for a few breaths here. Place your hands right at your hip points, slightly inside the hip points there, as a way to kind of remind your psoas muscle here to just kind of soften. All these things that we did to lengthen the front side of the body, to strengthen the back side of the body, has its effect on the psoas muscles. And as you just pause here in what is a very neutral form for the psoas muscle, just allow your breath to create the sense of ease, a sense of softness with your feet together, with your knees wide apart. In the same way, we've been doing a lot of back bends. We'll do another back bend in the Supta Baddha Konasana. Bend your elbows and press your elbows down. Get a nice lift to the heart. And now lift your pelvis up. Press your head back. Get this nice fullness in your upper chest. And slowly take your pelvis down. Take your feet together with the knees drawing away from each other. Come to supine Baddha Konasana with your elbows planted. Press your elbows to lift your pelvis off the earth, to lift the heart, to press the head back. It's nice fullness that you get before taking your pelvis down, and stretch your legs out. Let your legs just soften. Have a nice openness in the upper chest. A nice softness to the facial muscles. In the practice, we are focused on lengthening the front side of the body. And yet getting strength in the back side of the body. Now that you're in Shavasana, can you allow for a nice release, a nice softness in the front side and the back side of the body? As you assimilate the practice, the results of your practice, invite the breath to be very easeful. And enjoy your Shavasana. Namaste.